2003 on an 03 Mercedes SL350. So it's your folding metal hard top, 3.7 litre V6. If you fancy one of these for the summer, this is kind of perfect spec, I would say. 350, which I think is a very nice engine. Coil sprung, so not that ABC suspension, which can be quite expensive when it goes wrong. And more importantly, if we flip around the outside, you'll notice on the camera there, all one colour silver. It's not had nasty patchwork paint jobs where you've got different colours across each panel and rust coming through on the arches and all that sort of stuff. This one's a really nice example of the car. And again, I don't know how you can have a more practical summer car for the money, to be fair. Right, let's start by having a good look at the bodywork, then we'll move on to the interior, and then we'll go for a cold engine startup. If you look down this side of the car, you can see it's lovely and straight all the way down. It's not full of ripples or dents or filler or anything like that. Driver's front wing, we've got one. In fact, that's a bit of dirt, ignore that. We've got one little stone chip there, another one there. The arch itself is clean and tidy all the way around. Normally you get a bit of paint flake in this section here from the tyre kicking stones up, which causes rust along here, but this one, as you can see, is all good. The rest of that wing's nice and tidy. It's on the standard Mercedes 7-spoke alloy wheels. You can see there the drilled discs are nice and clean behind that, as are the calipers. Continuing down this side, if we go up the A-pillar first, normally these things are absolutely peppered with stone chips, just the nature of the car. We've got one tiny stone chip there, but other than that, all good. And then up onto the leading edge of the windscreen, we've got one very small stone chip there, and that is it. The roof itself, lovely and neat and tidy. There's no signs of any ripples or dents or scratching on that. Same on the pillar down the back and on the glass screen on the rear. Normally you get quite a lot of delamination in all the corners. This one is all nice and neat, as is the glass on this side, all nice and clean. Being pillarless, if they get some dirt in it, they will scratch, whereas these ones are all good. Coming down this side, driver's door, we've got a very light scuff just there, but that does actually feel like it would polish off, to be fair. The rest of the door, lovely and neat. All nice and tidy along the sill there. Its jack and point covers are still in place as well. And normally here is peppered with stone chips. It's where the car sort of starts to flare out for the rear arch. But this one, that's a bit of dirt, ignore that one, is all lovely and tidy. Inside the arch, again, you can see there, very, very good all the way around. No sign of any corrosion coming through. Another nice clean wheel and tyre. And then if we have another look back up this side, all nice and straight up there. Round at the back, both tail lights are bright and clear. There's no cracking or signs of any moisture in those. The exhaust sit nice and level. There's no scuffs on either corner of the rear bumper, and no scratching on this rear section here where things are dragged in and out of the boot. There is a light scratch just under the plate there. Up onto the boot lid. And again, with it being such a large flat lid, normally they have a ripple or a dent or a scratch. This one, generally very, very good. We've got one small stone chip just there, but other than that, nice and neat. And then round on the passenger side, again, if you look down this side, not full of filler, nice and straight, all one colour silver, just what you're looking for. Nice and sharp on that rear arch, another good wheel and tyre. We'll have a look up the roof from this side again, that's all good on the pillars. We've got two small stone chips next to each other there on the pillar. And nothing to note on this side of the roof. Glass on this side is all scratch-free and clean. Going along the sill again, the jacking covers are there. There's no nasty scrapes where it's been rammed up a curb or anything like that. All good in this bottom corner there. That's a bit of trapped dirt, ignore that bit. We'll clean that off, but there's no stone chips coming through here or corrosion or anything like that. Even on the leading edges of the doors, big doors on these Mercs, and they're not caked in scratches or anything like that. They've not been opened on things. All nice and neat coming down this side. Front arch, again, lovely and sharp all the way around. And your final good wheel and tyre. 4 matching Nankangs on this one. Now, don't be too prejudiced against the Nankangs. They've really come forward in the last few years on tyre quality. 4 matching tyres, always a good sign. And actually, they're a pretty decent tyre nowadays. Light scratch on the front wing just there. Round up the front. No scuffs on this side of the bumper or on this side. Headlights on both sides are lovely and clear and bright. They're not caked in scratching or anything like that. Leading edge of the bonnet, 1 or 2 very, very minor stone chips, but other than that, lovely and tidy. And the bonnet itself, lovely and straight, no ripples or dents. Moving on to the interior. Nice and tidy on the door card, the wood's good. Normally these buttons can get a bit of sort of fading and show their wear quite well, whereas these ones are all very good. Pop the boot from the button while we're there. Driver's seat, tiny little bit of wear on the bolster, but generally very, very good. These are electric memory heated seats. Got auto headlights, electric mirrors, electric folding mirrors, parking sensors, dual zone echo, and the larger sat nav screen rather than the earlier small square, which is quite ugly. And again, you don't have that ABC system to worry about, which can be the sort of expensive bit if you like. Mileage wise, 61,299, so nice low mileage. You see these things on 130, 140,000 miles all day long. Into the boot. And again, you've got the load protector again. Normally they can be missing this can be cracked, or these can be damaged. The roof will not go down if this is in this position. It will not work. You have to have it locked in like that. If you ever get in one and the roof doesn't go down, check that first. Underneath there, all lovely and clean and tidy. Spare wheel, toolkit, correct spec battery, everything's all there as it should be. Lovely and clean in there. That does work as it should, and you do have the button to lift the roof up when it's down so you can get in the boot, which is a really nice touch. And this does have working soft close as well. They never work on those. Been with us a few days, this one as well. Quite often these things can display issues with batteries, whereas this one's been perfect as long as it's been here. Nice and clean on the door. Passenger seat. Very, very good. No signs of any real wear at all there. Still nice and satin. It's not shiny from overuse. Carpet set, lovely and clean. This side of the dash is good. If we take that seat forward electronically, you can see behind there is lovely and neat. It has the load restraint system, so that is these sort of seatbelt type things here. It's easy to do with the roof down, which you can come down here and lock in there, and you can store stuff behind it. It does have the wind deflector, which is unmarked as well, which I'll show you when the roof is down. Nice touch on the electric things. Every button in this car seems to work as well, which is the important bit. And then under the bonnet, 3.7 litre V6 engine. Very, very strong engine, these. Lovely and clean in there. Second battery is there as well. Like I say, no signs of any battery issues. It's been parked here for a while. It's not dropping any fluid. We'll get it fired up. We're going to hold the camera there, listening for rattles and squeaks and things like that. Stone cold. Starting up on the button, idling lovely. Shut that bonnet so we can get the roof down. Nothing nasty coming out the back. And if we go into the car, you'll see no warning lights at all good. Roof down is a simple situation. You just flick that up, pull it back. There's no clasps or anything to unlock. It will lift the rear, well, basically the boot, fold the roof down into that. And then it's going to tell you hard top open on the dash. And if we have a look around here again, normally these can be pretty minging because you don't see them when people wash the cars, but these ones are nice and clean. It's always a good example of how the car's been kept. Like I said, the wind deflector is all nice and neat. If we flip this switch again and hit that button, if we hit the right button, there we go. That's working as it should. And back down again. Like I say, everything seems to be working on the button in this car. So there you have it, 2003 Mercedes SL350. For me, the perfect spec for a good usable summer car. If you've got any questions at all, please get in touch. Thank you.